Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. And as usual, you can't make this stuff up. Let's talk. So, yes, it is Monday, March 14th, 2022. Let me ask you, how many of you out here get your medical advice from a veterinarian? I would be willing to bet probably very few, unless, of course, you're bringing your cat, your dog, your bird, your turtle, to get medical treatment. What am I talking about? Well, this is just, again, make this stuff up. The CEO of Pfizer is a veterinarian, Albert Bourla. That's his name. Look it up. He is a veterinarian. And he's giving out, well, medical advice here. I don't understand how that's even legal, but he is saying yet again that a fourth COVID shot is going to be necessary, and he has a fifth one ready for you. So 5 shots. Thank you, Mr. Veterinarian. I don't think I'm going to be listening to you, sir, when it comes to my medical advice. Unless, of course, you want to take care of my dog. Okay? Anyway, make that stuff up. It's insane. That's the twisted environment that we live in today. Anyway, with that said, let's get back on point. So right now, stock futures are higher. Not anything dramatic, but higher nonetheless. Okay, let's look over at the 10-year yield. We are above 2%. The dollar is lower. A nice setup here for the market. So what's the message here, being that this is a big week? We got the Fed on Wednesday. Well, I believe sincerely at this point that the market has fully priced in a Fed rate hike. 25 basis points. I doubt it's going to be 50. Could it be 50? Maybe, but I think the odds are better that it's going to be 25 basis points, and the market's going to love it, in my view. It also depends on what comes out of the mouth of the thing known as, Powell. The Jay Powell, the guy who runs the Federal Reserve. He's a creature. It's unbelievable. But seriously, again, here's another one of those things you can't possibly make up. Here we have a man who is literally running the entire world financial system. How is that possible? Well, the Federal Reserve, we do have the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency at this point. He is the most powerful man on the planet at this point. How did we let this happen? A private institution run the entire world, and that's exactly what's going on here, people. Anyway, so with that said, we got stock futures higher, 10-year yield above 2%, which you knew was going to happen. I sincerely believe we're going to settle here. Could it drop below 2% yet again? Absolutely. Because we have this war thing going on. Oh, are you checking the headlines? It's pretty much everywhere. They're laying down the groundwork. Chemical attack, chemical attack, chemical attack. So expect a chemical attack, which is going to be the false flag that's going to widen this war. There's already NATO with their saber rattling. Oh, if he crosses that line, we even heard from our illustrious retard president. Oh, Russia's going to pay a severe price for that. They're setting it all up. So expect the war to expand. Expect a false flag. Expect a chemical attack. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, yeah, and the other one, energy crisis. It's all over the place yet again. Energy, although crude is lower right now, hovering about 105. I'm talking about WTI. Gold and silver, of course, are under pressure despite the fact that the dollar is lower this morning. The relative strength of the dollar is lower. You can't make any of this stuff. I laugh. I laugh because it's just too unbelievable to me. It really, really is. And I think you would have to agree with me anyway. So that's the story this morning. It's pretty straightforward. We have a veterinarian saying that you, as a human being, need to have a fourth shot, and you need it because it's necessary. And a fifth one is coming too, so just be ready for that. I don't understand, seriously. If you were me, would it say, oh, you got to do this, and you were not a medical doctor? Well, you'd get in a lot of trouble. But this guy's not a medical doctor. He's a veterinarian. And yet, he's trying to give you medical advice, and it's everywhere. Oh, yeah, because he's the CEO of a major pharmaceutical company, another one of the public enemies. In fact, maybe just as bad as the Federal Reserve. It's unbelievable, really. They don't want to make a single person well. They want to make you ill and sick, and they want you to stay that way so they can make you a client for life. I think you all are well aware of that. So anyway, like I said, that's the setup this morning. It's not a bad setup for the market. It's really not. The only fly in the ointment is crude under pressure, but we're still looking at $105 for WTI. But they want it higher. Look, they want it higher. It's going higher. The fact that it pulled back recently is massively bullish in my view. Do you think inflation is going to slow down? Really? Do you think we're going to see any kind of relief with regard to inflation anytime soon? No, don't listen to me. How about Janet Yellen, the thing? She's another creature. I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of a yet-to-be-defined entity. It's really the truth. And she's saying, oh, yeah, we can all expect inflation to get worse moving forward. I mean, those were her words pretty much. Duh. Make that up, too. Make it up too. But yet again, people, look, nobody will be held to account for any of this stuff. It really bothers the living freaking shit out of me. How you can have an institution, the Federal Reserve, lie like this to the public, repeatedly explaining they're trying to tell us it's transitory, it's going to get better, transitory. And all it has done is gone markedly higher, surging higher, historic as a matter of fact. And you and I realized this right from the get-go. But nothing will happen. Nothing will ever happen to these people, these things. They run the freaking world. Anyway, what else did I write down this morning? I want to know what you think about this veterinarian giving medical advice. You think that's cool? You think that's the way it should be? Unless, of course, again, you're having your pet mouse treated, or your rat, or your snake, or whatever the freak you got laying around, some kind of lizard maybe. I have no idea. Anyway, that's the story, people. Just be ready for it because they're setting it up. Chemical attack, energy shortage. It's everywhere. All right, look, I'm out of here. You know what to look at this morning. And this is going to be a great week. I'm really looking forward to this entire week. I can't wait for Wednesday to hear what comes out of the mouth of Yellowstone Powell. It's going to be disgusting and vomitous, but of course, we have to listen to it because he's the ruler of the freaking world. I'll see you later.